In Milwaukee, with the temperature 14 degrees, the Green Bay Packers vanquished the Los Angeles Rams to Miami and the playoff bowl. The Florida sun has produced a 70-degree difference. During the long afternoon, it will seem even hotter for the Cleveland Browns. The Rams have won 17 of their 21-game schedule. The Browns have not been nearly as impressive. They will sustain a brutal attack for the next hour of football. It will be an attack they will not endure. Without hesitation, the onslaught begins. The bomb is incomplete, but it sets in motion an irresistible wave. It starts in the line. A controlled violence will sweep over Cleveland relentlessly. 3, 4, 5 yards at a time, and always the big play. The offensive line blocked. Number 63, Joe Carollo, screens the Cleveland rush, allowing Roman Gabriel to execute his game plan. The plan was to punish the Browns, grind them into defeat. The Rams played fundamental football. Basics weren't exclusive to the offense, however. Throughout the season, the Los Angeles defense had been magnificent. Today would prove no exception. Lamar Lundy, Merlin Olsen, Roger Brown, and Deacon Jones were splendid, especially Deacon Jones. These are the elements: fearless blocking and savage defense. These are the elements with which George Allen will demolish the Cleveland Browns. Gabriel hits Lester Josephson, and the explosive fullback wrestles his way to midfield. Number 69, Jim Konecki, almost jumps the gun. Tom Mack adroitly dissipates the charge, and the result is time to target another gain. The Browns secondary has been called elastic. That is, they'll give up the midfield yardage, but will tighten in their own territory. Cleveland does tighten, but not enough. Gabriel sustains the momentum. It was a big play, a play that the Browns almost made. There are 21 yards to the goal line, and the Ram front wall throws a picture book protection. Bernie Casey is beaten double coverage with a handsome outside move, and Los Angeles leads by 7. Bernie Casey has developed into a truly splendid receiver. He is of that breed that can perform, does perform, during the dangerous times, the time of third downs, the time when a drive must be culminated. This, indeed, has become the nature of the Rams. Dick Bass wears number 22. He weighs 195 pounds and plays setback. He has remarkable courage. It has been Bass's courage and Lester Josephson's calculated explosiveness that skyrocketed the Rams' offense in 1967. Josephson bellies deep from the handoff. Running left, the right-hander will try to target Casey. The attempt is a long shot gamble designed to demoralize. The attempt will fail. Barely. The significance, however, cannot be denied. The Rams can move, are intent on a sustained pressure, and despite the incompletion, are in field goal range. It's not the six-pointer, but it is the game plan. Grind the Browns into defeat. The Cleveland offense sports the league's best runner in Leroy Kelly, number 44. Today, Kelly and his running mate, Larry Conjar, will be more than ball carrier. Frank Ryan holds them back to help blunt the Los Angeles rush. Milt Morin takes the pass and sets the Cleveland offense moving. Another way to avoid the devastation of the Ram rush is to release quickly. Gary Collins drives past the 40. Gene Hickerson, number 66, neutralizes the Ram blitz and springs Leroy Kelly. A beautiful open field effort carries the Browns for the first time into Ram territory. From the ground, Kelly's effort is more remarkable. This run was his best of the day. In 18 attempts, the league's leading rusher gained but 59 yards. Cleveland has been moving under a terrible pressure. The offense has been functioning, but without authority. Ryan has been holding in his setbacks as added protection. Not only does it cut off an avenue of attack, but it telegraphs the play. The pass is complete, but there was holding. Despite the two added blockers, the pressure was too much. The Browns will have to punt. It's a question of character. The season is over. The glory has fallen on other shoulders. The game could be a mere ballet of motion, but for one thing: pride. The situation is 3rd and 2. Roman Gabriel makes a brilliantly daring call. Once again, Los Angeles comes up with the big play. The first down is won by a margin of 18 yards. Gabriel, despite his 6 years in the league, allows that this is really but his second. It is his second as a starter, and there is still much to learn. The Rams have a supreme confidence in their maturing quarterback. They'll throw second and third blocks and keep running their patterns. Jack Snow made the reception on that play. This is the path he followed to the ball. Cleveland's Mike Howell drops off his coverage for a moment. This was a mistake. Snow paid for the reception, but the Ram momentum is sustained. It's a question of character. As the quarter changes, the Rams return to fundamentals. Gabriel lets the Cleveland rush bear down, setting up the screen. Josephson slips a tackle and piles to the Cleveland 12-yard line. The Browns' defense stiffens, and the result will be a 4th down situation. Gabriel takes a timeout to confer with his coach. After the game, Allen said that he wanted the world to know that his team was as good as either that would be in the Super Bowl next week. The decision is to go for the touchdown. Billy Truax made the reception. The score is Los Angeles 17, Cleveland nothing. In a mood of grim desperation, Frank Ryan tries to get a drive going. He needs a score. The Rams aren't giving anything away. Ryan throws a hitch to the speedy Paul Warfield. A hard-pursuing Los Angeles defense forces a turnover. Ryan's efforts to escape the rush and gain a quick strike are aborted. Ball control is horribly demoralizing to any defense. A bomb might be excused as a fluke, but when an offense methodically rips yardage away, the psychological result is disastrous. Les Josephson draws up the middle, gyroscoping deep into the Cleveland secondary. Cleveland is fighting pressure with something less than calm. Bernie Casey makes his move, breaks downfield, and Erich Barnes, with something less than an orthodox approach, neutralizes the pattern. Meanwhile, at the line of scrimmage, a selfless blocking effort frees the excellent Gabriel to at least avoid the loss. The setback suggests the alternative of the field goal, but the Rams have tasted blood and want the 6 points. Eddie Menner's pass missed perfection by perhaps an inch. From the ground, the failure is almost painful. With a 17-point lead, a legitimate field goal attempt would be adequate football, except that George Allen wants total victory. The Rams quickly take over, but Gabriel commits a mistake. In trouble, he looks to salvage the play by a lateral. The result is a fumble. Frank Parker recovers, and once again, Cleveland has the opportunity to get back in the ball game. Setbacks as blockers once again. Ryan finds time to connect with Milt Morin. Kelly and Conjar with the line means 7 blockers to absorb the fearsome foursome. Apparently, these are the necessary odds. Ryan hits Collins at the Ram 25. The passing game has begun to work. Ryan sends Kelly out of his defensive position up the middle on a draw. The results are negative. Ryan frees his setbacks in order to gain added receivers. The odds are now in favor of Deacon Jones, and the magnificent Jones is not the gentlest of men. Lou Groza is 43 years old, and the distance proves too much. The Browns will retire to the locker room with a deficit of 17 points and an almost irreparable initiative. Los Angeles defensive end Deacon Jones, before kickoff, speaking for his teammates, allowed that the game would be a matter of pride. It was more than pride. The Rams offensively and defensively physically beat Cleveland in the line. The second half would be more the same. The Browns try to establish a control game on the ground, play their own game. Merlin Olsen pops the ball loose, and the Rams take over. Gabriel has said that he's a second-year quarterback. He often makes the mistake of a sophomore quarterback. He doesn't release quickly enough. Watch Browns number 84, Paul Wiggin. He slips his block and casts the Rams into a big yardage third down. Superior pass blocking gives Gabriel ample time to find Bernie Casey at the tag end of a precision pattern in Cleveland territory. The tangled confusion of the line flashes brilliantly clear when Gabriel releases the ball. Watch Casey's feet. This is the choreography of the big play. The drive is stuttered, but the Rams are in field goal range. The three-pointer isn't a crowd pleaser. It's a means of winning, whether it provides the margin or whether it just breaks a defensive spirit. Like time and tide, the Ram defense can't be diverted from its natural purpose. Ball hawk, pursue, harass. Ram number 55 is set to blitz. Gary Lane reads the move and flips over the charge to Leroy Kelly. The object, to take advantage of the vacated zone. it doesn't work. A review from the ground underscores the penalty the Rams extract. The Browns completed their series with a punt, and Los Angeles was in possession again. Gabriel committed his second sophomore error. Once again, he tried to salvage the play when he should have taken the loss. Cleveland has possession and a certain initiative. At the outset of the fourth quarter, Cleveland implements some adjustments. Flaring Larry Conjar, Lane finds an open target. Dropping back a full 12 yards, Lane gains that precious fraction of a second that allows him to find his tight end. A fine effort by Catfish Smith. Carries to the Ram 12. Once again, the Browns are denied, this time by a face mask penalty. Watch Ram 75, Deacon Jones. He can sense when the balance of momentum is precarious. It breeds a special effort. This is what champions are made of. Late in the fourth quarter, the Browns regain possession. Paul Warfield runs a sideline pattern and gains a first down. Leroy Kelly explodes out of the shadows and commits himself to an heroic effort. The Browns have found the combination. Work the flanks. Larry Conjar carries across midfield. Lane has set himself up well. He's established a tactical series, made the secondary overconscious of the short gainers. Warfield has cleared his pattern, and Cleveland is on the 14. And now the test of character presents itself. Heretofore, Cleveland has failed. Lane, set in the face of the rush, fires a perfect strike. Ram number 78, Roger Brown, reads the situation perfectly. Draw. Larry Conjar is stopped for no gain. With nothing to lose, the Browns will go for the first down. Watch the guards and offside tackle. These are the components of the power sweep, and the sweep has been Cleveland's bread and butter play. The execution was excellent, and the drive is still alive. From the ground, the anatomy of the game may be inspected. It's a marvelous harmony between ball carrier and blocker. Leroy Kelly is a maestro, playing off tacklers from behind his interference. Blast blocking, and Kelly pushed the ball to the Ram 1. And then it's the sweep again, this time to the left. It's hard won, but won at last. It was a case of pride. The Browns have a professional heart. They want the ball back and go for an onside kick. It's always a gamble, and they lose, giving up field position. Gabriel rolls out, enjoying the sanctity of a mobile cup. He has time to hit Tommy Mason. Mason clears the defender and slashes and cuts for 43 yards, a performance reminiscent of his healthier days. Number 33, Willie Ellison, is at setback for the Rams. Finding the hole jammed, he breaks for the outside. It's a stand-up touchdown for the rookie, and the Rams are up 27-6. Deacon Jones is the kind of man who allows no rest for the weary. Gary Lane is no exception. Dave Cahill comes off his outside rush to recover the fumble. On that play, Dick Shafrath, number 77, had done his job too well. He took Cahill out of the scrum, thereby giving him an all-too-clear shot at the recovery. The game has resolved itself. The only outstanding question is whether the Browns can prevent another touchdown at the hands of the Rams substitutes. The Browns will prevent the touchdown, but Bruce Gossett won't be denied his third field goal of the day. As Gossett recorded the 30th point, he also recorded a playoff bowl record for field goals. They're not crowd pleasers, but they're an index of control. A team can sustain its momentum and completely destroy a defense with the control a field goal suggests. This is what the Rams did. They came at the Browns relentlessly, 3, 4, 5 yards at a time. They ground Cleveland into defeat.